So as usual, before I start, I would like you to do something simple with me. Now take a deep breath in and then slowly breathe out. Now ask yourself, do I really know what things that I just breathed in? Was it clean air or invisible pollution? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is PHImông, and the reason why I'm standing here today is because I want to share with you my own opinions and give you the discussion about the topic that air pollution and climate change, about issues and challenges. So, before I start, firstly, I would tell you a story. The story is like a student is living in a big city. Surrounding him are vehicles every day. The factories releases the smog. One day, he woke up and he feels really tired, dizzy. He thought it was just a stress from studying. Day by day, he's still feeling that kind of tired feeling. And then, when his teacher taught them a lesson that they need to take about the air quality index, he realized that he was living in a really dangerous level of the air quality, and that was making him feel very tired and dizzy every day when he woke up. And the scariest part here is that millions of people all over the world, a lot of people all over the world are also face the same problem without even realizing it. So, the first point that I want to give you here today is that we should know that air pollution and climate change share a really deep connection with others. What should I talk here? Because air, we all know, is not the two separate problems, but it's just two different sides of an issue. We should take it easy as like this. When there's in a city or big cities, we see a lot of vehicles or factories that release smog, and those smog include the greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. They release those gases into the atmosphere, and it's being trapped in the Earth atmosphere. That is through some scientific things that we have learned, is that the atmosphere around the Earth is playing a role I don't know what to say, but it's it's like a house, and those gases cannot go out into the sea, but it's being trapped under the atmosphere. That's why when it's being trapped inside the atmosphere, it will result in the greenhouse gases effect, which is also leading to the global warming, and it finally turned into the air pollution, because those gases is not good. It's not good for both human, for both the ecosystem, animals, and all around the planet. So that is leading to the point number 2, that when we see the risk that those kind of air pollution and climate change result in our health, firstly human health, secondly animal, next is about the ecosystem, and finally most is our own planet. So how is it going to affect our health first? Is that those gases is not good for our health, because when we breathe in those, we know that human will take oxygen in and release the carbon dioxide out of our nose, right? So if the carbon dioxide, those gases, are too much in the atmosphere, we might sometimes accidentally prevent, and what next? It will lead into some kind of diseases, for example, lung problems or asthma. That's what it will affect our health. And for animals is will also like share the same situation. People will animal will also breathe in those carbon dioxide, those gases, poisonous gases, and which will like obviously affect harmfully to their health also, which will lead into some kind of animal death or extinction as well. And not just animal, but the ecosystem and the habitat around them will also be affected. Because why? When not just about the global warming will make a lot of effects to planet, to the forest, to the nature. Okay, like global warming will lead to some wildfire. It will burn out the trees. It will also affect the water sources, because like carbon dioxide or those kind of particles in the air just go into the flow with a pop into some water sources like lake or river. Animals drink water through it. Humans will also drink water from it, and that's why the whole ecosystem will be harmed. Okay, and then what about the earth? How the earth can be like harmfully influenced through those kind of air pollutions and kind of like climate change. So it would be obviously that the earth will be affected. Because why? Because all the animals, all the living things on the earth are being affected. So therefore the earth will also be affected, not just about nature, but also the living things like human, like the animals, like some trees, or blah blah blah, things like that. Therefore the earth is being harmfully affected too. So what should we do against that? At school, we know that we should plant more trees, we should recycle things, help to reduce the carbon dioxide emission that will pollute into the atmosphere, the air. So that is the most effective thing as us can do. And for the government, they could try to turn kind of factories or vehicle into a more eco-friendly product, like the electric car, right? Or the factories that will lead into a net zero target. And it will undergo a lot of changes and transformation, but I must say that those changes and transformation will be almost all positive for the future generation as well as right now at the present generation. So the next time when you prevent, try to ask yourself that the thing that I was prevent, is it like clean air or is it pollution, invisible pollution? And if it's invisible pollution, how could I help to reduce that? And just to say to yourself that air pollution and climate change is like the avoiding and get rid of air pollution and climate change is all the people's responsibility over the world, and we also take responsibility over that. Okay, so I think it's time to say goodbye here, and it's all for my video today. I hope that you like it and you still follow me in the next video. So now it's time to say goodbye. See you in my next discussion. Bye.